like to get in line when I'm in a long line and just bust out into, well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. And I'll go through the entire damn thing too.
Oh,
and it's just like people are just looking at me.
Speaking of retro, I was talking about record stores in an episode from Meet the Man Cave podcast. I talked about Peach's Records.
Oh, yeah.
And Zach's mom had to get me that. There's Jake.
They're fantastic.
Always rely on Jake on
that
stuff.
That is amazing.
And by the way, I'm glad to see some familiarity from Jake's background. Jake, he moved, and it was kind of like, at one point, it's like, Jake's background's all boring and white. Where's all the artwork that he had before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got this, Jake. There's a little restaurant up at Cedar Point, and this is the bar roller coaster that holds liquor. So it's like a roller coaster, but it holds liquor bottles. Which I think is cool.
That is badass. Tom.
Again, I go up to Cedar Point like 3 times a year. I just love the place. My wife and I have been doing it for 25 years, staying in the same room. It's just, we take the kids. I got 6 grandkids, so we take them for one trip, which is lots of fun.
Sorry. Speaking of, hopefully it'll come across well. You can always, if you can't see it well.
Oh, yes.
This is the Beastie at Kings Island, Zach's very first time of riding a roller coaster. And he's sitting next to Todd, but unfortunately, the 2 kids sitting in front of Todd have their way of the picture shot.
Because they're assholes.
So,
no, just kidding.
There's my son with the middle finger, and there's Todd. That was Zach's very first time riding a roller coaster. It's been a while, but there for a period of time, Zach, this is somebody who you would think would not want to have anything to do with roller coasters. You take him to Kings Island, and he would go, okay, you walk inside Kings Island, and you go to the right of basically where the pond is, where it's been for so many years, and you look straight ahead, and there's the Kings Island's Eiffel Tower. And we'd go to the right, and then we'd go. Sometimes Zach would want to go on the air. I always call it the air conditioner ride, where you go inside and you get to shoot these characters, whatever the theme is. In my heart,
Blue Bastards, they had a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm always Hanna-Barbera still, and even though they've been gone for so many years, in my heart, it's still Hanna-Barbera. But Zach would go to the roller coaster. God, help me out here, Todd. I don't want to say what it is because I'm going to throw it off big time through years. In other words, the roller coaster in my head, it wasn't there. Okay, I'll just say it. That way I sound like an idiot, but it's coming from Kings Island, Screaming Demon. See what I mean? It's stuck in my head right now. It's not Screaming Demon. It's
Vortex?
Not Vortex. Actually, I have another photo of Vortex right here.
It goes upside down?
No, it doesn't go upside down. It's got the high hill before you get to the Beast. We're butchering it. I'll put it up on. Well, it's a live stream video. So do what?
Mystic Timbers?
No,
that's a new one.
Before
you get to the Beast, Vortex was back there by where the Beast is. But if you're going down the left side of the park, you're going Racer.
No, this is to the right. If you're leaving, you go into Kings. That sucks. It's a live video. It's like, oh yeah, I get to your goddamn.
The hell else are we going to talk about? Aliens?
Yeah. Van Halen.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar is big into aliens. In fact, one of the songs from 5150, Love Walks In, is basically about aliens. Oh shit.
Great song.
Where are we at? Where am I at?
So you're going to the right. The Beastie?
Not the Beastie. Hey Siri. You're not working right now. I don't know why.
You're stumping me, and that's hard to do, dude.
Kings Island Anybody that's watching right now, which I know you're not, thank you so much for the support. But I did this at the last second. He's not doing Michael Myers stuff, so I ain't gonna watch his fucking videos.
Oh, I've got an idea for you when we're off that I want you to try to do that I think would be hilarious.
Okay, roller coasters and more. Well, that's helping me out a lot. From the big throws of Diamondback. Zach. Now, Todd, let's just say, okay, we're going to say Uncle Todd. This one would make Uncle Todd so proud if he were to watch Zach get on the Diamondback after a couple, let's say after half a dozen times. Zach gets on that ride, and I'm the parent. So there's not much that's going to hold you in with Diamondback. It seemed like it's got this steep hill, and it's just like, I mean, we're talking, you look at it, it's intimidating as hell. Zach gets on that thing and he goes down, and there ain't shit holding him in. And as a parent, I could get on roller coasters when I was a teenager going to Kings Island. One of my biggest thrills was, hey, I got some beer at Kings Island. I'm going to get fucked up, Now it's like, oh my God, I hope Zach doesn't get bit by a bug. That's how it is now. He's riding down this steep hill that's like, at a 2-degree angle, and he's like this. Whee! This is a kid who is afraid of a lot of stuff, but roller coasters do not intimidate him. The Beast, I mean, I even got videos, archives, I think even on this channel back in the day. He's on the Beast. He's got this big old, and there's other people like, I ain't liking that ride. At the Son of Beast, my son loved that ride. I'd say 9 out of 10 people like, I don't like that ride. Zach, he loved it.
Yeah, the Beast was its best, and you're a roller coaster enthusiast by the way, hands down, best coaster on the planet's the Beast, bar none. Night ride, best night ride on the entire world. They did the retracking of it; it worked great. But I so miss back in the day when they had what was called buzz bars. It was just one bar that went across, and that sucker came down, and you had like that much space between your thighs and that bar. And there wasn't a seat divider, there wasn't a headrest, and you just flew on that sucker. And it was back in the day.
Especially Todd could. I'll tell you what. I'll start it, and I'm damn sure Todd could finish it just right. Let's say you're on the Beast, and it's in the evening. It's a wooden roller coaster, by the way, and it's been raining a little bit. The Beast itself is going to what, Todd?
It's going to go faster.
Yep.
Now, it's not as fast as it used to be. Before, it used to have the pressure brakes, which was the brakes that would come lift up onto the car. So the car would physically, you could feel it lift up when it was trying to stop. Now they have the trim brakes, which are, they have a piece of metal on each car, and they have fins that you go through, and they're trim brakes. When they retracked the Beast 4 years ago, they redid 2,000 feet of it. The first day, I was here the first day it opened. The only trim brakes they had was going down the first hill. They didn't have the trim brake in the long brake run, and they didn't have the trim brakes when you went around the final helix. And that sucker flew. I've always said, if I die on a roller coaster, let it be on the Beast. When I go and hit that double helix, and that train just goes off, and I go with about 35 other people. I mean, just whatever. Or it can be a solo ride, whatever. But to me, that's just the top. That's the max. And I'm so glad they retracted, because that was getting to where I couldn't. If by the way, if you're going to go to Kings Island and you want to ride the Beast and you're scared that it's too rough, sit in seat 17. It's the second to last seat. You're not sitting on a wheel on seat 17. And so that really, before they retracted, that was the smoothest place. That was where the employees would ride. So just a little tip. Got a lot of tips.